to express some anger right now because I witnessed something today that really made my blood boil. So I work in retail and I see a lot of shit go down, but today, oof. These 3 people came in today. They're about my age. It was 2 girls and 1 guy. One of the girls was holding hands with the guy, and I was like, okay, they're like boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And then the other girl, I'm assuming, is like the best friend. The girlfriend approaches me and is like, hey, I'm looking for the stylish shoe. Do you have it? And I was like, yeah, it's in the back corner. So she goes back to go get it. The boyfriend and the best friend stay up kind of by the front. They're like giggling and kind of flirting and kind of being really sketchy, but I wasn't going to worry about it because I was like, that's not my business. The boyfriend takes the best friend to the other side of the store to where the girl can't see and starts like kissing her neck. I'm like, oh, T. They're like groping each other in the store like handful of ass. I don't know why they thought they were sly about it because everybody and their grandmother could see what they were doing except for the girlfriend. So while they're doing their thing, they don't notice that the girlfriend starts walking back to him. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, some shit's about to go down. This poor sweet baby sees them, and you can see the disappointment and the sadness in her eyes, but she just walks away. So because I saw the whole thing go down, I thought it was like my job to be a good human, so I went back to go talk to her. I walked up to her and I was like, hey girl, I just saw the whole thing. How are you doing? She's like, I don't know what to do. Like, that's my best friend and my boyfriend. I don't want to lose them. I was like, girl, that is not a real best friend if she's cheating with your man, and that is not a true boyfriend who loves you if he's cheating with your best friend. Cheating at all. She's like, I don't want to tell them yet because we had these plans for Valentine's Day and I'm so excited about them. I stopped her in the middle of her sentence because I was like, dude, last Valentine's Day, my boyfriend at the time told me I was going to Hawaii with him, and then 5 days before we were supposed to go to Hawaii, he cheated and then took the girl he cheated on me with on my trip. If I would have said nothing about him cheating, I would have been stuck on an island with a boy who broke my heart, and that would suck. So I'm like, girl, I know exactly how you're feeling right now. You don't deserve to feel like that. No one does. She's like, I don't know how to approach it. Like, it's so awkward. Awkward or not, baby, you gotta let him know how you're feeling because that's not okay. Mind you, I've never met this girl in my life. I have no idea who she is. So she looked at me and she was like, I have a lot of anxiety right now. I don't think I can do it. Can you do it? And I'm like, you want me to tell your boyfriend and your best friend that I just caught them cheating and you know? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. I told her that I thought she should be the one to do it, but she insisted on it being me, so I was like, okay. I walk up to them and I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? And they're like, oh, we're good, how are you? And I'm like, I'm not doing so well. What's your name? The boy's like, my name's Darren, this is Sydney. Darren and Sydney, right. Well, I just want to let you guys know that you guys are fucking gross for doing what you just did, and you really hurt someone by doing it. They're acting all clueless. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, the fact that you're cheating on your girlfriend with your best friend and the fact that you're a shitty best friend, that's what I'm talking about. They're just all quiet, and I'm like, I don't want to be rude, but I suggest you buy something or leave. The other girl starts crying.
Something really talked.
One time when my boyfriend was sleeping, his phone went off and it was from a Morgan, and I know all of his exes and friends, and like I've never heard of a Morgan before. So I went through the messages and they were talking about how much they missed each other, and I was like, weird. So I got on his Facebook and typed her name in his friends list, and there she was, and I went on her Facebook. It was really, really private, and I could only see like 3 or 4 profile pictures, and there was a guy in one of them and he was tagged, so I went to his Facebook and I saw that they were engaged, and I was like, weird. So I had screenshotted all the messages and then sent them to my phone and then deleted them out of his pictures and his phone, so he didn't know that I had them. And I reached out to Morgan. I tried to call her on Facebook and then was immediately blocked. And then I went to the fiance's Facebook and I was immediately blocked. So I said, that's kind of fishy. So I got on my second Facebook and I typed in the fiance's name and I went through his friends list and sent screenshots of the messages to all of the people with his same last name. And it turns out it was the night before their wedding, and it was a rehearsal dinner night, and I ruined the wedding, so sorry about that, Morgan. Don't text my boyfriend.
Story time of how I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me with my cousin. My boyfriend and I had been together for 2.5 years. His family loved me and my family loved him, and they expected us to get married. Well, last year when COVID started, we were actually in different countries, so we didn't see each other for 3 months. During those 3 months, we FaceTimed 4 times a day, and we were always texting. He happened to be quarantining in our hometown, so both of our families were in the same place. I was quarantined in a different country. One day my cousin calls me and tells me that she met a really nice guy on a dating website. I was so happy for her because she had had bad luck with guys. Every single week, her and I would catch up on the phone and she would tell me how much she liked this guy, and how amazing their dates were, and how amazing he was in bed, how sweet and considerate he was. I couldn't be happier for her. Well, when I finally get back home, my boyfriend is super distant and cold. So naturally, I called my cousin and complained. She told me to give him space. She said I should just leave him alone. And so like an idiot, I did leave him alone. One day my cousin calls me and tells me to come over for dinner. When I got there, my boyfriend's car was parked in her garage. I thought it was just her nice way of trying to get us to talk. I walk in and catch them doing the dirty on the couch, come back for part 2.